Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for dropping by. What we got here is all the parts I'm going to need to start up my second mining rig. We're going to be running Windows. I have that on a USB key. I just want to use Windows. I'm more familiar with it than Linux. I haven't used Linux in about a decade. I got my power supply in today. It's one of those like Bitcoin mining power supplies, but it does run on 110, so I don't need 220 down here. This might be a bit of a longer video. I'll try to edit it down. I don't want a 25-minute video because nobody wants to see that. If you've built 17 mining rigs, then most of what we're going to talk about here in this video is not going to be that useful for you. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, motherboard, Molex daisy chained into triple SATA. Oh, this one's Molex double SATA. Molex double SATA. This is gonna be my 8-pin CPU. And then all of these here are my VGAs, I assume. These power supplies you can get off eBay and Alibaba and stuff. You have to be very careful about which ones you're ordering because they'll all do, 12 volt output, but many of them won't accept AC below 180. So that's something you have to look for to make sure you're getting one that works with the plug you're using. The other thing to keep in mind is these fans are incredibly loud. That fan runs 100% all the time, no matter what load is on. So keep that in mind. This is our motherboard that we're gonna be using. This is a Gigabyte GA Z270P-D3. Our RAM is not installed yet. You'll have to consult your manual on which slot. We'll have to see what the manual says. Okay, so we'll install in channel 2 then. Hey guys, so we're back here. A bit of a problem fixed. So this direct to motherboard HDMI connection, for some reason, was not letting me display anything or see anything on the monitor back there. But when I connected DisplayPort to DisplayPort directly from the graphics card to the screen, it has worked. So for now, we're gonna run with that and we will figure that out later. I noticed that the BIOS on here was out of date. It was BIOS F6 and I believe I'm supposed to be at BIOS F8. So what I did was I went to the Gigabyte website on my phone and I'm reading the instructions. I have a USB stick here that's in FAT32 and I've copied the latest mining BIOS update onto here and now we're going to install it. So for those of you who haven't updated a BIOS, there you go. So we went into the BIOS and then we hit F8 to enter the Q flash. And we're gonna hit update BIOS, select and confirm here. And do that. Okay, this is just, as you can see, this is updating now. We will get back to you once this is done. All right guys, we are back here. We have fully updated the BIOS, and if you look here in system, it will say BIOS F8A. Before that was BIOS F6. So that's now updated. So now we're just following the instructions on the website here. So we're gonna go to peripherals. Oh, there should be a mining mode option here, and there isn't. Disable the CSN option for UEFI mode OS. So we're gonna go to BIOS, CSM support, disable. Okay, that's done. Change initial display output from PCIe slot to IGFX. Okay, we'll do that. We're gonna go to above 4G decoding. We're gonna enable it, so that's done. Change internal graphics setting from auto to enabled and save the settings, okay? So we'll go to chipset, internal graphics from auto to enabled. I think we're all in the clear now. So now we're gonna pull this out. We're gonna plug Windows 10 in. We're gonna save and exit. We'll see if it goes automatically to the USB. I'm really not sure. Oh, there we go. It's loading Windows. Perfect. Okay, I gotta go find my key for it and I'll be back once Windows is set up. We are in Windows now. Currently, we're just benchmarking the single 1070 Ti. I've downloaded MSI Afterburner and CPU-Z, so I see that it's got Samsung memory just like the one I have on my other rig, so that should overclock probably the same. Anyways, so right now we're benchmarking. We have turned off the sleep settings, so the computer will never go to sleep. I will get back to you once we have installed the rest of the GPUs, because right now we're just making sure this one mines and doesn't have any issues, and then we'll get back to this and install the remaining two 1060s that I have and show you the results. Talk to you then. Okay, so after a lot of screwing around and a lot of switching out risers, I think I had 2 bad risers. We actually have everything mining correctly now. I have all 3 of these mining. The weird part is these 1060s are not responding well in Afterburner. So the 1070, I overclocked the exact same way as my other 1070, and it's responding great. It's doing just over 32 mega hash per second at about 120 watts. That's exactly what the other one's doing. My other 1060s are mining slightly less than this, but with far less power. They're at about 80 watts. No matter what I set the power settings to for these two 1060s in Afterburner, they always burn over 100 watts. They never go down to 80 watts. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but right now everything's working, everything's mining. Just these 3 rigs alone are at this current profitability right now, which isn't bad. I will get another 3 to 4 rigs here and we'll get this fully set up. Well, that's all for now. If you enjoy this type of content, leave a like or consider subscribing. And that's it. Have a good day, guys. Talk to you later.